Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
Don, I got you.
Do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag round it, I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear. Highest necks on the cloud. Am I in the air? Sunday nights, prime time. I flex my better. Voltron transform to DX Don Mega and Orsine. You probably think I'm nice, cause I flow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke full of steam on any given night. I'll short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about, I tune in and tune the rest out, Don. You gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air?
Well, all right. What is going down, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new edition of Am I on the Air? My name is DONMEGA, and I am so happy that you are here to join me once again to get caught up with all the latest and the greatest when it comes to entertainment news, television, movies, non-spoiler theatrical reviews. You come right here to Am I on the Air? We're broadcasting live from the hot-ass Arizona Red Dragons radio studios here in Tucson. It's so goddamn hot. You walk outside for like 5 seconds and you're just dripping. I cannot believe how hot this summer is, but I digress. We are broadcasting live. It is a Monday. It is July the 18th, and we are here ready to rock with another brand new edition of Am I on the Air? I have multiple movie reviews for you guys here tonight. I got multiple television shows to talk to you guys about tonight. So let's get started. It's season 24, it's episode 17, and tonight's show is titled Where the Gray Man Sings. So welcome, you low my amalgamations of show titles, so you'll get here in a minute of where that title comes from. Where the Gray Man Sings. Yes, you'll understand. Before plug time, have you listened to our Thor Love and Thunder spoiler review yet? I think you need to, because it was pretty damn awesome. And it's available, of course, in two formats. You can watch it on our YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com/amiontheair, and you should be able to see it right there. But if YouTube's not your thing and you don't want to watch, you just want to listen, it is available right here on this podcast feed. So make sure you check out the Thor Love and Thunder spoiler review. And by the way, I saw Thor Love and Thunder for a third time the other night. That's right, a third time in the theater. Saw it in Prime 3D. Decided, hey, since it's the third go around, why don't we check it out in a different kind of format? And again, 3D just lets me down. There was no purpose, no rhyme or reason for it to be in 3D. Nothing really popped. But it was great to see it a third time. I love this movie. Say what you will about it. It's a great time at the theater. I laughed my ass off. I still enjoy all the beats. And it was fun taking my daughter, because my daughter absolutely loves this movie. It's her favorite MCU film, so she wants to go see it a fourth time. She's trying to break my own record over here, so I gotta watch out for this one. But yes, saw Thor again, and so definitely check out our spoiler review. Speaking of Thor, I was also a guest on another show, Granny's Peach Tea. I really enjoy this podcast. These guys are also a part of the Pop Culture Pros Network, which is what Am I on the Air is a part of as well. So we're trying to do a little bit more mixing up with the teams and kind of cross-pollinating each other's shows. And I got to be a guest on Granny's Peach Tea last week, and we talked about The Boys season finale. We talked about Miss Marvel season finale, and we did a Thor Love and Thunder review, spoiler as well. So it was a great episode. We've tweeted it out. We've posted it up on social media. Go to the Pop Culture Pros Twitter page, Facebook page, and check out that episode there, or find it on their podcast feed, which is also available on Apple and Spotify and all the good stuff too. But I want to thank the guys over there at Granny's Peach Tea for having me on. It was a a ton of fun to talk about those things. All right, guys, let's jump right into it. Let's not waste any time because we got to get through the week's worth of news and get you caught up with everything. So let's start off on the movie side. And I'm very happy to talk about a new movie that actually isn't technically available to the public until this Friday. And that is the new movie, The Gray Man. The Gray Man is actually going to be on Netflix, and it does debut this Friday on the 22nd. But they did release it in limited release last week in the theater. So I like when Netflix does this because I did it last year with Army of the Dead, the Zack Snyder zombie film with Dave Bautista. I got to see that in theaters a couple weeks before it hit Netflix, and I enjoyed the hell out of it being in the theater because these movies sometimes they go to Netflix, but they're meant for the theater. And that's what The Gray Man is. This is directed by Joe and Anthony Russo, the Russo brothers, my dudes that have directed Infinity War and Endgame for the Avengers. They did Captain America, the Winter Soldier. They did Civil War. But they've been out of the MCU for a minute. They've been producing a lot of things, but this is them back directing. And this is an action thriller adventure that has Ryan Gosling. It's got Chris Evans. It's got Ana de Armas. It's got Jessica Henwick. It's got Regé-Jean Page, Billy Bob Thornton, Alfre Woodard. There's a lot of people in this movie. The cast is outstanding. And back when I remember they started putting this movie together and it said Ryan Gosling, Chris Evans, directed by the Russo brothers, I'm like, I'm down. Let's roll, baby. And so went to the theater, checked it out. The synopsis is when the CIA's most skilled mercenary known as Court Gentry, aka Sierra 6, played by Ryan Gosling, accidentally uncovers a dark agency's secret, he becomes a primary target and is hunted around the world by his psychopathic former colleague Lloyd Hansen, played by Chris Evans, and other international assassins. So yes, you've seen this kind of story before, right? Ryan Gosling's character is a badass spy. He does everything by the book. He always is doing the right job. But then something happens and he gets his eyes on something, and now it's like, ooh, maybe things aren't what they seem. And because of that, he's now on the run, and the team that he thought he worked for is going after him. What I'm going to say about this movie is I absolutely loved it. It was awesome. The action is incredible on this. The pacing, the humor, actually, there's a lot of good laughs in this thing. Really, it's carried by Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans. These two are incredible as the lead. I love Ana de Armas. If you've been listening to me for any amount of time, you know I gloat about her all the time, and she's incredible in this. I love Jessica Henwick. She is a star waiting to be fully born. So this has all the tools, and the Russo brothers are amazing directors, and when you're watching this, you get almost like a Civil War, Winter Soldier type of vibe. It's very, very fast beat. It's got high octane action. Sometimes it's a little over the top, and you're like, yo, this ain't quite a comic book movie, but you just deal with it and you take it for what it is. And I absolutely love this, and I'm so glad that I got a chance to see it on the big screen, because I'm going to watch it again this weekend on Netflix, and I have a feeling I probably won't enjoy it as much, but I think this is a movie that needs to be seen. I really think they did a great job with it. I know they want to make sequels. I know they want to do spin-offs. So I'd love to stick around in this world, and I would give The Gray Man 4 out of 5 stars. Definitely recommend that you guys check this one out, son. I would still recommend that if it is playing in a theater around you, try to seek it out, try to watch it on the theater. I'm telling you, watching it on the big screen plays a major, major difference. So check out The Gray Man, 4 out of 5 stars. I loved it. Coming up next, I saw the other new release that hit theaters this weekend, Where the Crawdads Sing. Do you get it now? This is why Where the Gray Man Sings. So, Where the Crawdads Sing is based on a book. And this is a book that my wife read about a year ago and absolutely loved it. She was all about this book. So good. So then she got stoked. They're making a movie of it, right? Yeah. Let's do it. So, my wife really wanted to go to the theater and see this movie. So, being the great husband that I am, I said, sure, I'll go check this out with you. And this movie is boring. Boring. I said to her after the fact, how could this have been such a good book? And she still continued to maintain that it is a great book. But she even agreed that this movie was boring. Boring. Nothing happens in this movie. It's 2 hours and 5 minutes long, and nothing happens. The summary: abandoned by her family, Kaya raises herself all alone in the marshes outside of her small town. When her former boyfriend is found dead, Kaya is instantly branded by the local townspeople and law enforcement as the prime suspect for his murder. We don't even get to this murder till about an hour into the movie. We spend a lot of time doing nonsense. A lot of time just running through the marsh, running on boats, running to the beach, drawing creatures. It's so boring. I don't even know what to say about this movie. I just remember holding my head in my hand and being like, I should leave and go watch Thor again. That's all I can think about. I'm like, do you mind if I leave and come back later? I didn't hate it, okay? I want to say the performances are very strong. Daisy Edgar Jones plays Kaya, right? The main girl, the marsh girl. And she's good. She's good. She's very good, actually, in this role. And I thought that the people that were in the movie did a good job. And they did what they could with it. It's just very slow and nothing happens in it. I don't know what else to say. So I'm just going to go right to my score. Where the Crawdads saying I would give 2 out of 5 stars. I'm going to put it on just okay. Because it's not horrible, so I won't give it 1 star. But I can't give it anything more than a 2. Because it's just so goddamn boring. And I don't think I could ever sit through this again. So, but hey, I don't know. Because like I said, my wife's a big fan of the book, and she found it to be extremely boring too. So I don't know if I was thinking maybe I'd have that balance of like, well, my wife really liked it, but we both kind of walked out there. She apologized when we left the theater. She said, I'm sorry I put you through that. Because she was even like, oh my Lord. So yeah, so there you go. Where the Crawdads saying 2 out of 5 stars. My third movie, I finally got to see The Black Phone. This is a movie that I've been waiting to see for quite some time. Came out the end of May. Never got a chance to see it. Finally hit VOD this past weekend, and it was time to check it out. Finney Shaw, a shy but clever 13-year-old boy, is abducted by a sadistic killer and trapped in a soundproof basement where screaming is of little use. When a disconnected phone on the wall begins to ring, Finney discovers that he can hear the voices of the killer's previous victims, and they are dead set on making sure that what happened to them doesn't happen to Finney. So I was looking very, very forward to this movie. This is directed by Scott Derrickson, who did the first Doctor Strange movie. He actually left Doctor Strange 2 to make this movie. You got Ethan Hawke playing the bad guy in this thing. And, you know, the kids. The kids are actually pretty good in this, right? All the little kids are pretty solid in this.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey, I'm James Lovino, and I'm here to tell you about Alternate Sides, a movie podcast with a twist. I've worked in the film business for 2 decades, but I haven't actually seen that many movies, and this has been driving my frequent collaborator, Sam, a self-confessed film snob, crazy. So every week, while he's stuck in his car trying to avoid getting a parking ticket, thanks to New York City's alternate side parking regulations, we discuss a classic film I've finally just gotten around to seeing. Alternate Sides, a new podcast about movies, parking, and a 25-year friendship, wherever you get your podcasts.
And when this came out, I saw a lot of people loving this. I heard a lot of people saying this was on their top 10 of the year so far. High hopes, high praise. I did not care for this movie either. I just didn't. This is another one that I found extremely boring. I did not think this was done very well. Like I said, the acting's cool. The kids are cool. Ethan Hawke's cool. The ending's cool. But for a majority of the runtime, I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so fucking bored. Like, I don't know, in my head, I think I expected a different type of movie. I really did. I think I expected a more straight up horror movie, and this movie is not that. It's really a kidnapping movie with some supernatural elements. And maybe that was my mind just being like, yo, this isn't the movie you thought it was, so I'm just not enjoying it. But that was that. I just didn't care for it very much. So kind of happy I saw it at home, because I don't know how I would have felt coming out the movie theater after watching this one. So for me, The Black Phone, again, I'd give 2 out of 5 stars. So those are my 3 movies, guys. I got The Gray Man, 4 out of 5 stars, in limited release right now in the theater, and then going to hit Netflix on Friday. Where the Crawdads Sing is in theaters right now, 2 out of 5 stars. And The Black Phone, which is still in theaters, but also on VOD as well, 2 out of 5 stars for me. All right, let's switch on over to TV. I got a handful of some stuff on TV that I'm really, really digging. Up first is Blackbird. This is a new show that is based on a true story that's on Apple TV Plus. And it's about Jimmy Keene, who's played by Taron Egerton. And he's living in the fast lane. He's a drug dealer. He's rich. It's awesome, right? And then he gets a 10-year sentence going to prison. But the police go to him and they approach him about a deal for his freedom, where if he could go to another prison and try to get someone to admit where they buried the bodies, and they find the bodies, then he will get to go free and he won't have to live out that 10-year sentence. So it's like this plea bargain deal that he does. But it's got Taron Egerton, it's got Paul Walter Hauser, Ray Liotta is in this, the late, great Ray Liotta. This is one of his last roles here, Greg Kinnear. I really like this. There's only 3 episodes out so far, and I'm digging all 3. It is off to a little bit of a slow start, the first couple episodes, because they're kind of getting into where the story's going, but now that it's getting going, I'm really appreciating it. So Blackbird, 3 episodes out, new episodes drop every Friday on Apple TV Plus. Definitely recommend that. I also finally got into The Terminal List. So very excited about The Terminal List. This is Chris Pratt's new show that's on Amazon Prime. And this one here has Chris Pratt. It's got Taylor Kitsch. It's got Constance Wu from Fresh Off the Boat. It's got Riley Keough, Jean Triplehorn. So it's got a pretty solid cast, man. I even saw Sean Gunn pop up. I saw Captain Boomerang himself pop up in this thing. Jai Courtney. I was like, yo, there's a lot of people in this show. But, you know, Chris Pratt plays a Navy SEAL commander who returns home, but he's got a concussion from an op that they just got back from, and he's starting to see things. He's seen there's like this conspiracy that's happening. Is it real? Is it not real? Is it in his head? You know, like, and it's intense, man. Chris Pratt playing a role that you've never really seen him do before in this, and he's really, really solid. This is directed by Anton Fuqua, so there's a lot of good people behind this one. My boy Friggins had already started watching this when I saw him last week when we went and saw The Gray Man, and he was telling me it was really, really good, so I finally got into it this weekend. I'm 3 episodes in right now, 3 or 4, and I'm digging it, man. I really like this one, so shout out to The Terminal List, now streaming on Amazon Prime. Okay, the next new show I checked out is the new Resident Evil show. This is a brand new show that just dropped on Netflix. And this isn't really like the movies, right? This is just their take. This is like a futuristic Raccoon City, right? New Raccoon City. This is like after the effects of the other stuff from the movies, but it's not really connected. It's Netflix trying to do their own universe. I'm 3 episodes in, and I think this show sucks. I am so disappointed in this. I was looking really forward to Resident Evil. I've seen a lot of comments like, did Netflix steal this from the CW? The characters are whack. Not a good start. I mean, there's a lot of bad hate around this thing. And I'm trying, man. I'm trying. That's why I'm 3 episodes. I'm actually going into episode 4. And it just... each episode has like a moment and you're like, oh, this isn't too bad. But then the rest of the episode happens and you're like, this sucks. So I don't know, man. And I'm a fan of the Resident Evil franchise. Wasn't super hot on a lot of the Mila Jovovich films, but I actually really enjoyed the reboot that came out last year. And I was looking forward to this. I thought the trailer for this looked good. Maybe we'll get there. But for right now, this show is hot garbage at this point. So can't recommend this one, but that's the new Resident Evil that just dropped this weekend on Netflix. Next up is the new South Park, and I know they're trying to call these movies. It's not a movie. It's like an 80-minute episode. South Park, The Streaming Wars Part 2. So we're coming back with a continuation of the last special they did over on Paramount+. I'm going to say these specials have been kind of hit and miss. This one I thought was really, really funny. I laughed my ass off on this one. I think this is the best one they put out so far. So definitely check out, if you're a South Park fan, definitely check out The Streaming Wars Part 2, which is now streaming on Paramount+. And then just quick couple things to touch on. Miss Marvel is over. Wow, what a series. I thought it was a great finale. Some big things like in the post credits. There's something big that comes out at the end of the episode that has you being like, what? So check out Miss Marvel. If you've been hesitating for whatever reason, check it out. It's a good show. It's only 6 episodes and definitely points you in a direction for the future of the MCU. So liked Miss Marvel quite a bit. And then I just want to let you all know What We Do in the Shadows is back. I love this show. Season 4 has started. First couple episodes have already dropped, and you can stream them right now on FX and even on Hulu. So check out What We Do in the Shadows. So good. All right, that's what I got for TV shows. Let's quick recap. Blackbird, now streaming on Apple TV+. The Terminal List, now streaming on Amazon Prime Video. Resident Evil, now streaming on Netflix. South Park, The Streaming Wars Part 2, now streaming on Paramount+. Miss Marvel on Disney+. And What We Do in the Shadows Season 4 over on Hulu. Very interesting. Every show I just realized is on a different streamer. We went from Apple TV+, to Prime Video, to Netflix, to Paramount+, to Disney+, to Hulu. That's interesting, man. Nothing was doubled up. So goes to show you that each streamer has their stuff to really suck you in. So I love it. Okay, let's do our box office. Where are we sitting over at the box office? Coming in number 10, it's Lightyear. And we just found out today that Lightyear is going to be hitting Disney Plus on August 3rd. So in just a couple weeks, you'll be able to watch it at home. Number 9 is Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. Number 8 is Jurassic World Dominion, which is now available on VOD as well. Number 7 is The Black Phone, which we just talked about, also available on POV. Number 6 is a debut. It's Paws of Fury. My daughter wanted to watch this one, but Dad said, "Oh, I don't think it came out yet," because I cannot sit through Paws of Fury, guys. I just can't do it. But a horrible debut for a kids movie, man. Number 6, shitty start. Number 5 is Elvis. Number 4 is Top Gun Maverick. Number 3, we talked about it, Where the Crawdads Sing. So nice debut with a better than expected 17 mil in its debut. Number 2 is Minions Rise of Gru. And number 1, once again for its second week in a row, is Thor Love and Thunder, which also crossed the $500 million mark worldwide. So congratulations there. That is pretty damn awesome for Thor Love and Thunder in just 2 weeks. So that's our box office. That's our reviews. Let's switch gears now, and let's, of course, get you caught up with everything going down with our news of the week. Okay, we have the trailer for the new thriller Fall. I remember seeing the teaser trailer for this a couple months ago and being like, what the hell is this movie? And then the first full trailer dropped, which is this one here. I don't know how I feel, man. This looks like it's 2 girls climbing this like 5,000 foot high tower, and of course the tower breaks and they're stuck, and what are we gonna do? I don't know, man. I don't like heights, so I don't know if this movie's for me, or should I go see it in IMAX? I don't know, but you can check out the trailer for Fall right now. In some early Thor Love and Thunder concept art, it actually had Russell Crowe drawn as the devil, so he wasn't always going to be Zeus, which is very interesting there. Finn Wolfhard and Billy Burke are set to direct a new horror comedy called Hell of a Summer. So very cool there. Congratulations to Finn Wolfhard, of course, from Stranger Things fame. We have the trailer for Spin Me Round, starring Alison Brie and Aubrey Plaza, which is a new comedy picture that they're doing. So that should be pretty interesting. This is also going to be, I believe, on AMC Plus, where you'll be able to watch that one. We have the new trailer for Bodies, 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 so check it out, the murder mystery game gone wrong. Ryan Gosling, they were doing some interviews for The Gray Man, and they were talking about him, and rumors of him maybe playing Nova in the MCU, and Ryan Gosling straight up was like, I'm not going to be Nova, but I would like to be Ghost Rider, which I thought was really interesting that he kind of just threw it out there. So Kevin Feige, guys, Ghost Rider, Ryan Gosling. We'll see how that goes. Wanda DeJesus signs on for a recurring role in the Paramount Plus streaming series Fatal Attraction that they're putting together, so that'd be pretty cool there. Wakanda Forever merchandise reveals a first look at Dominique Thorne's Ironheart costume. This was actually really interesting. We knew Dominique Thorne was going to be in Black Panther Wakanda Forever, but I did not think she would actually be suiting up as Ironheart. I thought that this would just be an introduction to her character, and then we would go off into her Disney Plus show where she will fully become Ironheart. And maybe that's still kind of the way it will go, but yes, I've seen the merch. She's in kind of like a Mark I, janky version of a costume in this thing. So maybe she will help do some fighting, which I think could be pretty damn cool. So I can't wait to learn more. Hopefully after Comic-Con, which is coming up very soon, we will know more about Ironheart and Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Henry Cavill is coming out ahead of Tom Hardy in the latest betting odds for the next James Bond. I'm down with this. I think Henry Cavill should be the next James Bond. I do not think it should be Tom Hardy, and I love Tom Hardy, but I do not think that he should be James Bond. I just don't think that's the fit. Henry Cavill, yes. Bond, James Bond. Let's see here. We have the Emmy nominations 2022, baby. Are your favorite shows get nominated? Check out the nominations to know what's what. All American Homecoming is now currently streaming on Netflix, not HBO Max as announced. So if you were looking for this show, they were advertising it on HBO Max. It is not. It is over on Netflix, so you can stream it over there right now. Sorry, give me one sec. Daniel Kaluuya confirms that he is not returning for Black Panther 2 due to scheduling conflicts. He is not in the movie, which is unfortunate. We have the trailer for Uncoupled, starring Neil Patrick Harris. This is his new Netflix comedy series that he's doing. We have the trailer for 13 the Musical, which is Netflix's next teen comedy film. We have the new trailer for 5 Days at Memorial, which is the new Hurricane Katrina miniseries that's coming to Apple TV Plus in August. I think this trailer looks great. Looking forward to this. Apple TV Plus does amazing shows, so I think this one's going to be really, really good. Black Mirror, we are moving forward on a season 6, and they have unveiled that Aaron Paul, Zazie Beetz, and a whole bunch more have signed on for the new season, so very, very cool there. We have the new trailer for Rob Zombie's The Munsters movie. This trailer is crap. It's such crap, and I like Rob Zombie. I try to support him. I really like him more in the music world than I do him directing, but it seemed like this was a passion project for him, so when the trailer came out, I said, I'll give it a shot. And then the whole trailer, I'm thinking, who the fuck gave this guy $50 million to make this movie, because it looks like shit. This trailer looks horrible. And then this is a Universal Pictures film, which is supposed to be hitting theaters in September. Well, we just found out earlier today that this movie is going straight to streaming as Netflix has bought it. So yes, it will be a Netflix movie that launches, I believe, still in September, but it will be on Netflix exclusively. What I find funny about this is that it is a Universal picture, which Universal is Peacock. So this is funny that Peacock don't even want this piece of shit, that Netflix had to buy it to put it out on streaming. Oh God, dude. I don't know if I can handle ever watching this movie. We have the trailer for Orphan First Kill, so check that out. Disney's Ironheart series, which we were just kind of talking about, has added Alden Ehrenreich. That's right, the young Han Solo himself has been added in a key role for the upcoming Ironheart series, which has just begun filming. So great addition there, man. I can't wait. He'll probably be a villain in it, so I like that. Ludacris hopes that the Fast and Furious franchise will live on forever with all the spin-off movies that they're looking to do, so why not? John Hamm, we've been talking about this Fletch reboot that he's been doing, and the movie's called Confess Fletch, and it's going to be skipping theaters. The reboot has been sold to Showtime, so it will be a Showtime exclusive coming soon. I'm looking forward to checking this out. Of course, it was Chevy Chase. Now it's John Hamm. I'm down for a new Fletch. Let's see how it goes. We got some major people in the sex education show leaving before the next season, so check that out. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, but there's a couple people not coming back, so check that out. Criminal Minds is returning. They have a new revival that has been given a 10-episode series order over on Paramount Plus. So look at that article if you'd like to see who's coming and who's not coming back for the revival. Jeff Goldblum is replacing Hugh Grant as Zeus in the upcoming movie Chaos, Netflix's riff on Greek mythology. So I like it, man. I'll take Jeff Goldblum over Hugh Grant any day. So let's roll, baby. Let's roll. American Horror Stories has officially added Bella Thorne and Alicia Silverstone to the season 2 cast. I love it. Love me some Bella Thorne and Alicia Silverstone. So why not? Let's see what they bring to season 2, which does start soon. All right, over on Criminal Minds, again, I'll let you know, Joe Mantega, Kristen Vagnes, Adam Rodriguez, AJ Cook, Aisha Tyler, Paget Brewster are all set to return. Longtime showrunner Erica Messer is also on board. So there you go there. My Therapist Says the Instagram account is set to become a scripted television series. So very interesting over there. A new Ferrari series from the Peaky Blinders creator has landed over on Apple TV+. Let's see here. Sorry, we just talked about that. We already talked about that. Dune Part 2 has found its Shisakli. Sorry, I know I probably just butchered that. But Shohila Yakub will be playing Shishakli in Dune Part 2. So not quite sure who she is, but she's pretty hot, and I'm sure she's a great addition. Denis Villeneuve knows how to cast his movies, so there's your addition there, which they also just started filming Part 2 as well. We have the trailer for American Gigolo, which is John Bernthal getting back to work in the upcoming Showtime remake of the 1980s series. So there you go there. A live-action Lilo and Stitch movie is coming. That's right. Dean Fleischer Camp has been brought on to direct the live-action movie. My daughter's going to be so stoked about this. She just recently got into Lilo and Stitch, and having a live-action movie would be pretty damn cool, I think. We have the Season 5 teaser trailer for The Handmaid's Tale, so check that out if you're interested. Joe Keery and Aldous Hodge, along with Camila Morone, have just joined the new heist thriller called Marmalade. We have the trailer for She Said, which is Carey Mulligan and Zoe Kazan's new Harvey Weinstein investigation film. I actually just saw this trailer before Where the Crawdads Sing. Really good trailer. Looks like it's going to be a strong one. We have the teaser trailer for The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. So check that out, of course, coming later this year to Prime Video. Channing Tatum officially replacing Chris Evans in the upcoming Apple TV Plus project, Project Artemis. So really bummed about this. This was the project that was going to have Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, directed by Jason Bateman. Well, Jason Bateman dropped out, and then now Chris Evans says he's got a scheduling conflict, and now Channing Tatum steps in officially. So there you go. I mean, not a bad replacement, but I would have preferred Chris Evans with Scarlett Johansson. That would have been pretty cool there. We have the trailer for Secret Headquarters, a new superhero movie, family movie, starring Owen Wilson that is going to be a Paramount Plus exclusive. So it looks really cute there. Chucky Season 2 teaser trailer. Check that out. This show comes back in October. Samara Weaving and Tony Revolori are going to be joining Scream 6, which is currently shooting. I love Samara Weaving. And Tony Revolori, you know him as Flash Thompson in the Spider-Man movies. So some nice additions there. Nintendo Pictures is starting its own production studio. And they're going to be planning to produce and do a lot of IPs into movies and TV shows. So knew that was coming. Christiane Paul is exiting FBI International ahead of Season 2. And they have already actually given her a replacement, so you can check that out there. Dr. Death has been renewed over at Peacock, and it is going to follow a new case for Season 2. So let me take a look here, because Season 2 will follow, it'll tell the story of the real-life surgeon Paulo Macchiarini, aka the Miracle Man, whose professional acclaim is hiding some shocking secrets. When investigative journalist Benita Alexander approaches him for a story, the line between personal and professional begins to blur, changing her life forever. That's what the official synopsis says. I love season 1 of Dr. Death. If you haven't watched this show, I highly recommend it. It is on Peacock, and looking forward to see what they do with a second season. Beavis and Butthead, the revival show, is coming in August over on Paramount Plus, so get ready for that. We also have the trailer for Steve Carell's new thriller, which is coming to Hulu. It's called The Patient, and he is a therapist in danger. This also stars Domhnall Gleeson. It looks really good, so I'll be checking this one out over on Hulu. I believe this starts in August as well. Dancing with the Stars has added Alfonso Ribeiro to co-host with Tyra Banks when the show moves to Disney Plus for the new season. The show The Bear has been officially renewed for season 2 over on Hulu. I've been hearing nothing but great things about this show. All over Twitter, all over Facebook, I just keep seeing people say The Bear is amazing. I don't know what's so great about this show. I'll have to probably check it out for myself. But hearing great things, so not shocked to see that it's being renewed for a season 2. Sorry, I had to take a drink. That new Paramount Plus original Secret Headquarters starring Owen Wilson and Walker Scobell, along with Jesse Williams and Michael Pena, is actually debuting on August 12th. So good cast there, man. So I like that. My daughter's looking very forward to checking that one out. Martin Lawrence says that at least one more Bad Boys is happening with Will Smith. So there you go, man. They are looking to still do Bad Boys 4, and that is straight from Martin Lawrence. Sony looking to do a new movie called No Hard Feelings starring Jennifer Lawrence. It'll be a new comedy. The Boys spinoff is officially coming for the college set superhero series. And they're saying that they might even cross over a little bit. So I like the idea of that. Let's see what the official title is going to be. I forgot. The show will be called Gen V. So there you go. Gen V, currently in production. It's going to be an 8-episode season. So there you go. I love anything in the Boys universe. It's such a great show. So let's keep expanding. Adam Scott has officially joined Sony's Madam Web movie from Marvel. So I like that addition. Adam's always a great addition to anything. Woody Harrelson in talks to join a new musical from the Rock of Ages creator called Sailing. Would not expect to see Woody Harrelson in that, but there you go. Omar Epps, Demi Singleton, and more have joined the new Lee Daniels exorcism movie called The Deliverance. Do you remember that movie Warrior? This was a movie a while back starring Tom Hardy and Joel Edgerton. It was a great, great movie. Director Gavin O'Connor says that they are going to be turning his 2011 movie into a TV series with Gina Rodriguez and UFC champ Daniel Cormier circling roles for the show. So I like it, man. Warrior was a strong, strong movie, and I could totally see this being a TV series, so why not? Close Enough has been canceled over at HBO Max after 3 seasons. Never even heard of it. We have your first look at some set photos of the new Godzilla and the Titans show that's coming to Apple TV+. Daniel Kaluuya says that he is still working on a Barney movie, so they are still looking to do a live-action Barney movie. Adam Sandler and Netflix are going to be adapting You Are So Not Invited to My Bar Mitzvah. So there you go there. Elvis, the movie, has already grossed over $100 million just in the domestic box office, so always a big feat for a movie like this to eclipse $100 million. Let's see here. We talked about that. Spider-Man No Way Home is now available to stream exclusively on the Starz network. So that's where it's at. So for all of you looking on Disney Plus, looking on Netflix, it's on Starz, guys. Starz. That's where Sony does their stuff. The directing duo of the Russo brothers, we just talked about them because of The Gray Man. Well, they've been doing so much press for The Gray Man where they said their dream MCU project is Secret Wars, and they would love to be back at Marvel to do Secret Wars. We would all love for them to come back and do Secret Wars. I think that'd be incredible, but we'll have to wait and see. August 4th is the official date for the Beavis and Butthead series over on Paramount Plus. Just want to let you know. I said August earlier. Just want to give you the exact date, August 4th. Ta-dum! Netflix's Global Fan Event is set to return in September on the 24th, and it promises big news, trailers, and the appearance of over 100 Netflix stars. Ta-dum! Coming soon. All right, moving along. American Horror Stories Season 2 debuts on the 21st, so this week, baby, get ready for some new stories. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck have gotten married, guys. They did. They got married in Vegas, and she is now officially Jennifer Affleck. I love it. Congratulations to the lovebirds. Hopefully this time will last. This time will last. We have the trailer for Lily Rose Depp and The Weeknd's new show, Wild Ride, which is coming to HBO. Actually, it's not called Wild Ride. They're going on a wild ride, and the first teaser for the HBO series is called The Idol. So check that out. I'm not hearing very many good things, but check it out if you're interested. This is when you give people too much creative freedom to come and do stuff. Christina Hendricks has joined the cast of Apple TV Plus's The Buccaneers adaptation. Knock at the Cabin. M. Night Shyamalan says that his next film will be based on Paul Tremblay's horror novel. Powerpuff Girls and Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends are getting reboots over at the Cartoon Network. Peter Dinklage has officially joined the cast of the Hunger Games prequel. We have the Harley Quinn Season 3 Red Band trailer, so check that out. More Fear Street movies are in development over on Netflix. Carter. We have the trailer for Carter, which is a new nonstop action movie from South Korea and is coming to Netflix. We also have the trailer for Surfside Girls, which is Apple's upcoming coming-of-age treasure hunting series. Rafael Casal is set for a major role in Loki Season 2, which is now filming. Alicia Vikander says that the Tomb Raider sequel is in limbo currently, as there's some stuff going on with the rights, so we'll have to wait and see on that. Dune Part 2 is officially begun production, and the whole cast, along with the synopsis, has been revealed. So let's take a look at this. The official Dune Part 2 synopsis from Warner Brothers reads, this follow-up film will explore the mythic journey of Paul Atreides as he unites with Shani and the Fremen while on a warpath of revenge against the conspirators who destroyed his family. Facing a choice between the love of his life and the fate of the known universe, he endeavors to prevent a terrible future only he can foresee. So yes, the cameras are rolling. We have a list of returning and new characters. Dune Part 2 is headlined by Timothée Chalamet. Other returning members include Zendaya, Rebecca Ferguson, Javier Bardem, Josh Brolin, Stellan Skarsgård, Dave Bautista, Charlotte Rampling, and Stephen McKinley Henderson. Meanwhile, additions to the cast include Austin Butler, of course Elvis himself, as Feud Rotha, Christopher Walken as the Emperor, Florence Pugh, I love Florence Pugh, as Princess Irulan, and Leah Sado, along with Sohila Yaqub. So there you go, man. They are moving forward on Dune Part 2, and we are rocking and a-rolling. We have Leighton Meester, along with Adam Brody and Taron Killam, and they're going to star in a new thriller imagining called The River Wild. The River Wild. FBI Most Wanted has recruited Edwin Hodge to fill a Season 4 role vacancy. DeSeuss and Miro are not returning over on Showtime after they have split up to pursue separate creative endeavors. Big Sky Season 3 moving forward as they're bringing on some new casting to the list. Amazon Prime is launching a new interface. They're getting a complete redesign. I love when the streamers do redesigns. I don't know, the tech geeky in me gets so stoked to see like a new format and to see something totally different. We have your first look at the final season trailer for Kevin Kneff himself. That's right. I like this show a lot. Coming to AMC Plus very soon. Check out the new trailer. It is pretty cool. And it just sucks that it's going to be the last season. They're not going to do any more of that one. And on that note, my friends, that's it. We did it. Under 45 minutes. Boom! That's how we roll. And we do it oh so good. All right, let's wrap this baby up. amiontheair.com is our official webpage, so make sure you bookmark that. It's where you can get to everything. Twitter.com/amiontheair. Follow at amiontheair. Twitter is the best way to view all these trailers and to look at all these news articles that I just talked to you about. This is where I drop the stuff right when it comes out. So definitely check out the Twitter page. Follow it, Am I on the Air. Follow me on Twitter at DXDonMega. Make sure you like us on Facebook at facebook.com/amiontheair. Make sure you subscribe to us on Apple Podcast. If Apple's not your thing, we got you on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Amazon Music, Google Podcast. We're on everything. Just search it up. I want to make sure you follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Just search Am I on the Air and make sure you follow along. We always do the video reviews on TikTok and Instagram. Hope you enjoyed those. And, of course, a shout-out to RedDragonsRadio.com, a shout-out to the Pop Culture Pros, two big networks that are always streaming Am I on the Air on demand, and we thank you oh so much. That will do it for me once again on this Monday, July the 18th. I hope you all have had an amazing week. This weekend, it's Nope. That's right, the new Jordan Peele horror thriller, Nope, hits theaters. Hoping to go see that Friday night in IMAX, and we'll let you know how that goes and anything else that comes down the pipe before next week's episode. So till then, take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all, peace. Red Dragons!